You're watching the SCAC Spring Media Days. Today we're taking a look at the University of Dallas women's lacrosse program. The Crusaders are coming off a 2-9 season a year ago and will once again be led by head coach Destinee Johnson along with senior midfielder Erika Keever. Coach Erika, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Destinee, I'll start with you. You're heading into your third season as the head coach of this Crusaders women's lacrosse program. As you've taken inventory of the last two seasons, what have you learned that's helped you better prepare for the challenges of a new season?
Just having the girls, staying engaged and while we're away on break, staying in shape and doing those things that matters when it comes to fall ball and executing those things that we got to take care of for the next season. But mostly importantly, doing the team bonding activities and things like that, kind of keeping them engaged and having that chemistry for the next season is it's important. So just making sure they're engaged and they know what our team goals and individual goals are and to set forth for the next season.
Erika, for you heading into your senior season, what has been your mindset as you went into kind of your final preseason, go through the fall season? What are you kind of looking to, I guess, shoulder in terms of that leadership responsibility? Do you feel like you've sort of taken on a new role as a senior this year?
Something that I'm definitely prioritizing this season is keeping the motivation high and the energy high on the team. We kind of have struggled with that a little bit in the past season, so that's something I'm really trying to head this year of, even if we lose, even if we have a rough practice, we're continuing that energy and we're keeping the momentum going throughout the entire season.
Erika, sticking with you, you come off a junior season in which you recorded 22 points, 21 goals, 1 assist. Those were second best on the team a year ago. What have you been working on in your game individually to continue to grow as a player to make sure your senior year is as best as it possibly can be out there on the field for the Crusaders?
Personally for me, last season I was much more of an attacking player, and this season I'm looking to be defensive and attack. I really want to be able to make a difference on not just the attacking side, but also on the defensive side, moving that ball up the field. So just becoming a more rounded player for my last season.
Coach, getting back to you, 3 freshmen joined this team this season. What have you seen from your recruiting class coming in to the 2019 year, and what excites you about those 3 women as they join this program?
So they're excited to be here for this season, and just kind of getting them ready for the collegiate season and ready for that college level play. And so they're definitely progressing and getting acquainted with the other upperclassmen that's been here for years and kind of asking a bunch of questions and definitely staying after practice for more reps with the upperclassmen. So that's great to see that they're putting that work in, and so we're looking forward to seeing what they can do on the field for us this year.
Erika, the SCAC now sponsoring men's and women's lacrosse for the first time since 2012, 2014. Is it exciting? Can you feel that energy at practice, kind of knowing you're back in a conference, have something to compete for with the SCAC tournament at the end of the season? Is that something you can really feel as you've got prepared for the season?
Oh, for sure. Something that I always envy about my fellow athletes that play other sports is they have those teams that they play every year and they can continue to get better to beat them or continue to beat them. So I think we're really, really excited to be able to have teams that we know will be able to play against and learn how they play, and we'll just make it way better for the coming seasons.
Coach, as I look at this roster, you returned 60 of the 69 goals you scored a season ago. Tons of experience coming back, including your top 2 goal scorers, one of which sitting right next to you in Erika Keever. How do you kind of take that experience and sort of take the next step going into this year? You have the experience component of it down. What are you looking for in terms of, that group taking sort of the next jump, the next step into their game?
So just kind of, definitely getting the execution done on the field. That's most important. Now that, they're back, now we just got to kind of get them on that board of putting the ball in the cage for us a lot more and taking care of the ball in the transition and also coming out in the first half ready to play, and not coming in and us being a second half team this year. So our focus is becoming a first half team this year. So we're working on towards bringing that energy out, like Erika mentioned, and in the first half to kind of execute and get our top players and scorers on the board quickly.
Finally, Erika, to wrap things up with you, as you've had discussions with your teammates about the goals for this 2019 season, what have those discussions looked like, and what are you hoping to accomplish with your teammates heading into this year?
I think definitely staying unified and on the same page as a team is something that we're really going to work on this year. It's not just one player that carries a team. We all got to work off of each other's back, and I think that's something that we are for sure going to be doing this season, just in the preseason and in the fall. We already have so much momentum and so much will, and we're putting in so much work to get where we want to be. So I see such great things for this season.
And finally, Coach, to wrap things up with you, for all the fans, the family, friends that are going to come out and support this women's lacrosse program this year, what do you hope that this team kind of takes on in terms of characteristics, identity, that for those people that are out to support can really count on night in, night out, regardless of the result, win or loss? They can expect every single day when they come to the field that this women's lacrosse team will put out there.
We're definitely happy that for our first game we had, there was tons of people that came out and supported us for sure. And so I guess that's, showing that in the fall ball season, and showing that off inside the classroom, and them walking and talking together and things like that outside of lacrosse shows and count, and trying to get the community involved. We did a lot of stuff in the community, and so, the campus school knows, the parents know, that we've been heavily involved with these things. And so, we're kind of getting towards and wanting to become a good team this year for the 2018-2019 season. And so we're looking forward to the SCAC conference. So that's most important and excited for us to kind of be able to compete for something this year. And so I think that's also bringing out the fans and the parents, because now they know that we're going to be competing for a conference championship. So that's most exciting, that all the fans are coming out for us and supporting us.
The University of Dallas women's lacrosse program, again, the Crusaders will head into the season under the head coach of Destinee Johnson, along with leadership from senior midfielder Erika Keever. Coach, Erika, thanks so much for joining us today, and best of luck as you head into the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.